But we did speak to some female voters here in Wisconsin who do not think this should be the main issue of the election.
I don't like it, but that was 11 years ago, and how many men talk like that? You know, if everybody's skeletons were out there, we'd have a lot to be ashamed of.
I'm offended. They were disgusting, but I'm more sad that we're not talking about the issues.
It was 11 years ago. It was behind the scenes. It wasn't done in a debate, and it doesn't bother me, even though I'm a huge women's rights activist. I think Trump's still for women.
That the establishment, never keen on him to begin with, is jumping at this now to say move over. Again, legally, that is anyone's guess whether that can move the needle here, because there is no real precedent for this sort of thing, dumping a nominee at this point. Sean Duffy, a Republican congressman from the state of Wisconsin, I assume still a big Trump supporter, Congressman?
I'm still with Mr. Trump. Neil, let me back up for a second. I have 5 daughters, and what Mr. Trump said is offensive to me and my family. That's not the way I think of women and my wife and my mother and my kids. But I got to tell you this, I never supported Donald Trump because of his positions on women or family. I've never agreed with those positions. I've supported Mr. Trump because of his economic positions, how he's going to grow the economy, how he's going to keep America safe, how he's going to secure the border. And frankly, if we're looking at, the Clinton family and the Trump family, I don't think either of them represent America very well. The Clintons are weird, and Mr. Trump has been offensive, and so we're left to come back to the issues that are going to make America great again, and we have to evaluate those issues and what leader can do it, and I still think it's Donald Trump.
All right, so when you say that, you don't think that these other issues that are raised, and you're right, they're 11 years old, comments that suddenly came to light, are now a distraction from that message, and that it's hurting his message?
Oh, no, it's a distraction, and it's most definitely hurting him. But as a Republican and a conservative, where else do I have to go? If I don't have Mr. Trump, am I going to go to Mrs. Clinton, who went after the victims of Bill's sexual aggression, called them out publicly and wasn't supportive of them? One who wants open borders, who wants more taxes, more regulation, allowed for the growth of ISIS. I have no home in Hillary Clinton, so I'm stuck with the only guy that best matches my my economic positions and my global ideas, which is Donald Trump. I mean, we're in a tough place. No doubt about it. But
no, I understand. But there's another plan afoot. I'm sure you're aware. There's another plan afoot to maybe bring another nominee forward, and maybe that could be Governor Pence. I have no idea. But that they're looking at that, but they're coming up kind of without any real clear legal grounds to do it.
Well, I think the Republican Party and conservatives like me will cross that bridge if one is ever put in front of us. But you, leading into my segment, mentioned that Mr. Trump has tweeted he's not going to get out of the race. I don't think he will.
And he is not.
And so
he is not, Congressman.
We're in tumultuous
waters.
Watch
this very
so
closely.
We got to figure out how we deal with it.
Here's a guy who might have some ideas. Paul Ryan. Earlier today, he had disinvited Donald Trump to this very event. Listen to what he has to say.
I meant what I said, and it's still how I feel. But that is not what we are here to talk about today. You know what we do here at Fall Fest? We talk about our ideas. We talk about our solutions. We talk about our conservative principles. And we promote our candidates right here in Wisconsin that are fighting for us, candidates like our Senator Ron Johnson. You know, what matters in elections is, are we giving people real choices? 7 people out of 10 people in America, 7 out of 10 people in America, they don't think this country's on the right track, do they? 7 out of 10 people, they think that their kids are going to be worse off in this country. We have never done that before in this country. We have never given the next generation a darker future. We have always stepped up and fixed the problems in front of us in our generation so that our children and our grandchildren can be better off. And you know what? You know what we're doing about it in the House? You know what we're doing about it as conservatives? We are offering people a better way. We are offering solutions. I tell you what, last January we got together, we said, we need to take an agenda to the country. We need to show men and women in America, those 7 out of 10 people, that's not just Republicans, that's not just independents, that's Democrats also. They need to have solutions, and we're offering them. Let me tell you a few things. Number one, 6 plans. Go to better.gop. 6 things. We have got to get people out of welfare and back into the workforce. Our welfare system isn't working. Our welfare system tells people to stay out of work. We need to get people back into work so they can get on the ladder of life, so that they can reach their dreams. We're showing you exactly what welfare reform looks like. So you know what? Second thing, we are not safe. You know this. You see the terrorist attacks in this country. You see what's going on overseas. We have a president, President Obama, that is phoning it in on national security. We have a president that has been hollowing out our military. We are showing you exactly what it takes to rebuild our military, to secure our border, to go on offense against ISIS, and to keep America safe. This is important. I tell you what, and if you want to get jobs in this economy, get the federal government out of the business of micromanaging every little aspect of our lives, of our communities, of our society, of our small businesses. We are losing self-government in this country. We've got this new 4th branch of government. Unelected bureaucrats are writing our laws. Look at this. We got a case magnum made right over there in Racine. And you got this Waters of the USA regulation coming from the EPA. It is telling farmers how, where, when, and what they got to do if they want to farm. And these things don't go through Congress. So here's what we're saying. All of these rules and all of these regulations that come from these unelected bureaucracies that don't know our communities, that don't know our people, that don't know our businesses, all of that has got to go through Congress. Congress for a final vote approval amendment before it goes into effect. It's a simple principle. The principle is one of our founding principles. We govern ourselves as Americans. We believe in self-government. The laws that we live under in this country need to be written by us through our elected representatives, not by these unelected bureaucracies. And that is exactly what we're offering. That is exactly what we're running on. That is exactly what we're giving people. Let me tell you what. How many of you think Obamacare is working? I don't think he thinks Obamacare is working either. Obamacare is failing. Biggest health insurance company in the world, in the country, United, they pulled out. Aetna pulled out. This thing is in a death spiral. Premiums are going up double-digit every year. The deductibles are so high you might as well not even have health insurance. We are showing you, first time in 6 years, Republicans have an alternative. It's not just repeal, it's repeal and replace Obamacare with patient-centered health care so we can choose what we want for our families. More choice, more competition, lower prices. And I got to tell you, you are not going to fix this economy. You are not going to grow jobs. You are not going to get economic growth and job creation if you do not scrap this.
All right, we are monitoring Speaker Paul Ryan.